Well, Matthew, thank you for visiting with me today.
It's a pleasure.
I wanted to first start by asking you what it means to be part of a film series. It's really not just iconic for pop culture, but it's really a cultural event across our time.
Yeah, you sort of look at it on a more sociological level, and it's miraculous, really. It's what it's done for the. I mean, it's that one moment when the book's release or a film's release, when the whole world sort of comes together, whether they love it or they hate it. You know, the whole world is aware of this phenomenon that's taking place, and that's relatively unheard of. I think
I think
it's
so.
pretty special.
And every actor I've talked to says that they love playing characters that have redemption. And although it may have taken 8 movies, but you kind of summoned the courage in this film.
Yes.
As an actor, over 8 movies to have that building, what does it mean to kind of come to that conclusion and have an immense redemption?
Superb. I mean, as an actor, you always want to take a journey. You know, when you're in a film, that's the whole point of it. People want to be taken somewhere. And with Neville, I've been able to do that over 8 films and 10 years, and take this amazing journey. And he's such an inspirational character. What Joe Rowling did with him, you know, to take him from this shy, bumbling child who was bullied at school and had a pretty lousy time, to go on and have him become this hero. And he's not just a hero because he's not interested in the glory side of it. He just wants to do the right thing, and he's so innocent and so pure with it that it's just it's so inspiring. And I feel very honoured to have been able to do that for the last 10 years.
And do you have a favorite line or a favorite moment, perhaps hanging from the chandelier? Or
Yeah, well, I always say, I mean, the line for me that really summed up Neville was the hanging from the chandelier, when Neville sort of is just so, and he's, why is it always me, you know? And it just really summed up Neville for it. So it became a bit of a catchphrase for a time.
And do you have a memory that stands out kind of above all others, or is it kind of like picking a favorite child?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. There's so much that happened over these 10, 11 years that it's so difficult to pick just one moment. But I'll never forget my first week. You know, I was at Northumberland at Alnwick Castle, and we came into work, and I was terrified. You know, I was doing a film. I mean, I'd done television, but nothing on the scale of Harry Potter. And so to come there and be told by Christopher Columbus that the scene was going to be about me, it was going to be the broomstick sequence, I was going to be flying around, working with the stunts team, the special effects team. I didn't really know what to make of it, but Chris had just a way with working with children to make everyone so relaxed and so at ease. And by the end of that week, I suddenly stopped and thought, wow, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next however long. And then, you know, I never thought it'd be 10 years, but I was excited.
And there are so many incredibly esteemed British actors, UK actors. Is there one that kind of really resonated with you, or touched you, or kind of personally the experience?
There's again, you know, it's like you said, you know, it's like picking a favorite child. It's hard to pick just one of them, but I will never forget. On Alan Rickman's last day, I went to his trailer to tell him what an inspiration he was. Really, I'd never told him after all the 10 years. I'd never told him how much I looked up to him as an actor. You know, some of his films are amongst my favorite films of all time. And so I just went down really to say thank you for being a part of my childhood. And he could have just easily said thanks and closed his door, but he didn't. He said, Matt, come in. And I sat in his trailer, and we just talked about him, what he was doing next, and that's what I was doing next. And he recommended I did theatre, which I did. And yeah, it was just, I'll never forget that.
And I was going to ask you lastly about the theatre experience. And everybody says that's a foundation of acting, and if that's kind of something maybe you'll go back to again too.
Definitely. I mean, I'll be honest, in the beginning I struggled. I was so out of my comfort zone, and I didn't really know what to make of it all, but I kept with it. You know, I learned from the other actors that I was working with, and by the end of it I loved it. I understood what it was all about, and I'm very much looking forward to taking my experiences and what I learned on that job into television and film, because like you said, it really is a foundation for what we've been doing.
Absolutely. Well, Matthew, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure. All the best for everything coming your way.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Right,
thank you.
Cheers.